Yo, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're at in the world. Tyrus Bane, welcome to the Definition of Anarchy. What's good? Been a while since I've been on YouTube, y'all. Wanted to take a break. Anyway, and I wasn't even gonna go live this morning, but I wanted to talk about this monkeypox virus real quick. Stacy, what's good? Jeremy Bingham, what up? You guys hear about that monkeypox virus? Well, apparently there's this monkeypox virus out in Nigeria that somebody in Dallas apparently contracted, and I also heard 2 people in Georgia. Now, this is crazy, man. Another one, right? I just want us to be aware of this monkeypox thing so that, you know, we know what may or may not be coming. Apparently, it's a virus that gives you little blisters, but it's also respiratory. So here we go with another causing respiratory disease. You know what I'm saying? It's like they can't. What's up? What's up, old head Deuce? Mouse virus. Well, who knows, man? First it was a bat virus, you know, with the Modelo 19. Now they're talking about a monkeypox thing. Monkeypox came out of Nigeria. I don't know too much about it right now. But, you know, I'm just giving y'all the heads up. So, you know, it's just, they can't let shit alone, man. Modelo 19 didn't do what they needed it to do. You know what I'm saying? Hell, even the Delta variant that they're talking about, the Delta variant of the Modelo 19, it's not doing what they wanted it to do, which is to, you know, bring fear to the hearts of the people. You know, so, well, all I do know is they got the mask mandate back on in Cali now. Do I think it's lab made? Well, I wouldn't be surprised if it was. I'll say that. I'm not even sure it exists as they say it does when it comes to Modelo 19. So I can't really say. And if it does, there's a high likelihood that it is man-made. You know what I mean? In a lab. All of this CQMW, what's that mean? Population control. Something like that. What I think the next biggest thing is going to be is probably some big cyber attack that takes down something very important. It's man-made because of the timing, possibly. Anyway, how y'all doing? Stacy, old head. Jeremy. Has to be man-made, yeah. So, I don't know, just be on the lookout for that. You know, be on the lookout for them trying to amp up its, you know, danger level. But I don't know. You said Hassan Campbell got his? In what way, old head? What happened? I've been keeping up a little bit. I did hear him say on somebody else's video, heard Hassan Campbell say something about having a threesome with Africa Bambaataa and somebody's kid. That shit was crazy. You live in Texas, Jeremy Bingham, and you're still wearing a mask, and your wife is a nurse. Yeah. I don't think those face flags help, man. As a matter of fact, I shared the results of a study on those masks that showed, well, face flags, that shows 75% or 71% of the people who always wore a face flag ended up in the hospital with Modelo 19. 4% of those hospitalized never wore a face flag. So those masks don't really do anything but, you know, stifle the oxygen intake. That's really what it does. And face flags aren't meant to be worn for long periods of time. You know what I'm saying? Especially a respirator. Because respirators have to be properly fitted. And you're only supposed to be wearing them about 15 to 20 minutes at a time before you take a break. See, Stacy said she literally couldn't breathe wearing a face flag. Habakai, what's up? He said, did you hear about the vomit virus people are having now? And the flu is supposed to be even deadlier than before? It is people, man. I can't imagine another lockdown coming in the winter. I'll just say that. Yes, very difficult to breathe in those face flags. And that's just the bottom line to it. And if it's very hard to breathe wearing a face flag, how are you supposed to fight a virus that you can't expel from your body through breathing? Because when you're breathing out in those masks, man, you're breathing out all the contaminants, you know what I'm saying? The CO2, the germs, all that good stuff. You're watching Sturgis, which proved to be a super spreader last year. Well, everything's a super spreader. Imagine the children having difficulty breathing. Wearing them, yeah. Kids are passing out during football practice and shit. You know? Those things just aren't good. the bottom line to it. You know, face flags are not good to wear for a long period of time. Now, if you're drilling through concrete, you know what I'm saying? If you're drilling concrete or working around asbestos, you know what I'm saying? And if you're working around asbestos, you need a respirator, like a half-face respirator with the canisters, or a full-face respirator with the canisters. You know what I'm saying? Or one of those suits with the internal oxygen. That's really what's needed. And asbestos fibers are bigger than viruses. So that should tell you how effective those little cloth masks, those cloth face flags, that should tell you how effective those are. A cloth face flag would not work keeping, you know, asbestos out. You know what I'm saying? So, it is what it is. Hell, even an N95 face mask isn't good for asbestos. You know, it's not, it wouldn't keep the asbestos fibers out. So, oh shit. So, those cloth masks that most people wear definitely ain't gonna do it. The Hopcott says just they're predicting the biggest lockdown for winter with over 5 million cases expected in England. I'm preparing now. You got to prepare for everything these days. Exactly. You know, the CDC put out a little thing about the CDC put a thing out about preparing for a zombie apocalypse, right? And you know, it was kind of like a joke, but at the same time it wasn't, because you know, they say if you prepare for a zombie apocalypse, you're prepared for any disaster. So yeah, the CDC has something right on point. You know, even a broken clock is right twice a day. So Jeremy Bingham has a question. His wife owns a channel. She has to be breaking a law by providing him. I agree, Jeremy. And the funny thing is, you know, he be live streaming on that channel when his wife is not even in the same state as him. So yeah, I agree. But he's part of the most so y'all know what the most protected class in the country is. It's not the rich, right? It's not the wealthy, although they're a close second. No, the first most protected class in this country is the pedophile. The most protected class in this country is a pedophile. So I'm not surprised that someone like Mouse can be on YouTube doing whatever and still be rocking, you know what I mean? And, you know, he did a live stream yesterday talking about how, you know, $25,000 in tickets sold or some shit. He has a shitload of people riding for him that don't give a shit that he's a pedophile. So unfortunately, that's what we got. That's what we're dealing with right now. You know? But don't worry. His day's gonna come. Jeremy Bingham says, to be honest, he is in danger to everyone in the strip. Last night he was out of control. He was gonna kill whomever comes at him. He said he would be out of control tonight. Well, we know that he has cops that support him. You can't really rely on the police to do anything, right? As a matter of fact, if he gets attacked because he's a pedophile, then that's a hate crime for whoever attacks him.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? So it's just the way the system works right now. That's just the system. You know what I mean? It's unfortunate, but that's what it is. So we can't continue to rely on the system and the many arms of the system to do anything, including these corporate welfare recipients, right? These corporate welfare recipients like YouTube, you know, Twitter, Facebook, Instagram, you know. Now, the YouTuber's account isn't in his name, so they're not really tripping. Frank goes hard. You said he's capping about the 25 G's. What was he talking about? Was he talking about an event in Texas? Well, you can't really believe Mouse about anything, man. Frank goes hard is in the building. I know you're frustrated about him being out in Texas. Is he still out in Texas? I know he's talking about moving down there. No, you know what? Oh, actually, he's back in Nevada. Miss Ray Moody, what's good? Nice for you to come visit. Try make it by itself. What's good? Yeah, we're just talking about monkeypox a little bit. You know what I'm saying? A new little scare that they're saying is not really anything to worry about right now. But there was one guy in Dallas who had the monkeypox and a couple people in Georgia or something like that. So we'll see what happens from that. But I'm gonna keep a close eye on it because, you know, these people really want us to live in fear. Jeremy Bingham said, hey buddy, Gorilla from Texas. He had his cop friend check him out. Then I show up. What are you talking about? Jeremy Bingham, what are you talking about? His buddy, Vanilla Gorilla from Texas, you messaged him. He had his cop friend check him out and did not show up to fight in Dallas. Interesting. Is Vanilla Gorilla from Dallas? So you saying that Vanilla Gorilla skated on a Mouse? What are you talking about, Jeremy? Vanilla Gorilla didn't know about the what they call that thing? Statutory rape against a 14-year-old. What do you mean? Yeah, I saw that video. Was that Vanilla Gorilla? I thought it might have been Vanilla Gorilla, but then I saw Vanilla Gorilla in the chat at the same time. Huh. So you telling me Vanilla Gorilla expects us to believe that he didn't know that Mighty Mouse was a child molester? That he thought it was theft? All this drama going on YouTube, and he didn't know? Nah, I'm not rolling. Vanilla Gorilla knew. Ain't no way he didn't know. As much as people were in the chat room letting everybody know. You know what I'm saying? Nah, I ain't rolling. But I mean, He was acting. He was saying some crazy shit that day. Mouse was, and Vanilla Gorilla was kind of looking at him like, "What the fuck?" So maybe that was like the last straw for him. Maybe that was like the moment when he was like, "Yeah, this dude is really crazy." Because Mouse was saying some crazy shit, getting into his elemental P conversation. You know, Mighty Mouse was exposing his elemental P, you know, card. He was showing his elemental P card. So he, he's a weirdo, dude. Real shit. Mouse is a weirdo. And anybody that rock with him, especially that Prince Allah dude. Prince Allah is a piece of shit. Straight up and down. And I love how Mouse keeps exploiting black folks in black communities. Taking pictures with them and like, yeah, look at all these black people that love me so much. You know what I mean? Like, he has a whole black community behind him. You know what I'm saying? Even though he has all these charges. Or that particular charge. Interesting. You said you don't believe him either, but he faked the sickness day of the fights and he was going to fight in. Yeah. Yeah, Frank goes hard. He definitely does. Franco Hart says, yeah, the event in Texas, and yeah, he gonna be like, you said if you touch him, it's a hate crime. Yeah, it is. And that's that bullshit. The most protected class in the country. See, Mouse wants to have y'all fooled. Mouse wants y'all to think that, you know, he's this big old gangster, right? Talking all this shit. But really, he's protected by the law. He's comfortable because he's protected by law, like by law enforcement. You know what I'm saying? That be at these events. You know, he's protected by law enforcement. He's protected by, you know, because he's pretty much a asset to these people. You know what I'm saying? That's what I think. Mouse is an asset. You know, and I wouldn't be surprised if he wasn't an asset for a long time. You know, he's a Mouse got everybody fooled. And Prince Allah, you know, that dude right there, when the shit comes crumbling down, he can't be acting like, oh, I didn't know. Oh, I was just he did this. He said, oh, it was a Commonwealth, and in Commonwealth, you ain't got no chance. Nah, fuck that. No. Prince Allah is a piece of shit. Prince Allah is a piece of shit who got embarrassed, you know, got filmed throwing up and like a bootlicking fool. He's a clown. Vanilla Gorilla was on the card to fight. Yeah, that's what's up. The live from the fight, Mouse was hiding on the side of the ring, filming the ring girl. Yeah, because he's a creep. Not to say, you know, ain't nothing wrong with looking at beautiful women, but I told my wife yesterday when we went to the farmer's market, there were all kind of women out with short shorts on and all that shit. You know, she be looking too. We look together. Doctors in Israel said antibodies are better than the hokey pokey. Most definitely. Most definitely, gaming withstand. You know it. You know it. Lisa has to be the dumbest girl I know. At least one of them. I wonder how that Bakersfield event went last month. Anyway, so yeah, Mouse is gonna get what's coming to him. Everybody that roll with him, that continue to support this dude, regardless of what he did, is going to get what's coming to them. Because that's just the way the universe works. Oh yeah, I always have weight. Right now I have 70 pounds. I got 70 pounds on me right now. Oh, I know Frank Goes Hard. It's not legit. They don't got legit love for this dude. They riding on his coattails. Hey, if that's how they want to go about it, whatever they gain from it, it's tainted. You know what I'm saying? Because they gained it riding on the coattails of a child rapist. Jeremy Bingham, he has no fame, bro. He is a sporting shame. Gaming with Stan says, Dr. Fauci said that the hokey pokey is better than antibodies. That's because Anthony Fauci is pushing the hokey pokey for a specific reason, okay? He's pushing hokey pokey because it's gonna do a number of things. It's gonna get into the bodies of tens of millions of people, right? And do whatever it was designed to do, which we don't know to this day. I mean, we know it was designed to rewrite instructions, write instructions to your DNA, right? We know that. And in this case, it's supposed to write instructions to create the spike protein for your body to fight. In this case, that's what it's supposed to be doing, right? But God knows what other instructions it will give your DNA. You know what I'm saying? And that's the key. If they call it the software of life, it's not even technically it's not even a V, all right? It's not even a VAXX, technically. It is programming. It is software, right? So that means it writes code. It can write whatever code it wants in your DNA for your DNA to create whatever it wants it to create, right? So that's what it's doing. And we don't know what other instructions it might end up writing. Jeremy Bingham, you must be new to the channel. Yeah, Dr. Fauci is a piece of crap. Okay, so Jeremy Bingham must be very new to this channel. He asked me if I ever took the Modelo 19 hokey pokey. Hell to the no. Never will. I don't care what they do. I don't care what they say. I don't care what they tie it to. I don't care what they make it mandatory for. I will never do it. I won't have my wife do it. I won't subject my children to that. No way. I got plans. I got plans. And you guys will soon find out what my plans are. But there's gonna be a lot of things coming as of January 2021. Something very cool. Something I'll be vlogging. I will start vlogging certain shit. It's gonna be very cool. Yeah, Jeremy, it's never gonna happen. Never gonna happen. I will never get the hokey pokey. Hell to the no. So yeah. Anyway. Mouse has problems. He's gonna have a lot more problems before this is all done. I know he's talking about moving to Texas. He's selling his house in Las Vegas, so, you know, I guess there ain't no love in Las Vegas for this dude like he thought it would be. Definitely looking like he got more love in Texas than in Nevada. So it makes sense for him to move out there. Mr. Spears says they're trying to make people take it here in Tennessee, requiring it for a new job like Amazon. Well, find a different hustle, my friend. Oh yeah, Game was saying, Mighty Mouse lies about a lot of shit. He lied about Babu having him on a 3-way call with Snoop Dogg. I debunked that. He lied about pulling up on some Hoover criminals to ask about milk. He lied about his charges. He lied about the age he caught those charges. That's just, he's a liar, man. He's a liar through and through. Your boy Alias was good. What video was recommended? J-Law or 3J? Yeah, 70 pounds, old head deuce. I typically do 70 pounds, but it has been a minute. Haven't been out here in a minute, but you know, the show don't stop. Scarface has a contract for 19 G's to fight him. I mean, whatever. I know Southpaw said he sent him a contract too for however much money. Southpaw 773. It was a leading doctor, development of mRNA. Who was the leading doctor? On? What are you referring to, 3J? Right. Oh, so the doctor who invented the mRNA hokey pokey, or the software of life, say he doesn't trust it. Well, that makes sense. Oh yeah, if he did. Oh, hey, dudes, you funny. Yep, that's true. He might have signed his own death warrant. Trying to dodge the name. Oh, so what do y'all think about the Haitian president getting murked? Right? The Haitian president. There's 5 countries where the leadership, I forgot which countries those were, all of them, but where the leaders of those countries died, and they also refused to have the hokey pokey sent to their countries. Tanzania, Haiti, there's like 3 other countries where the president was like, nah, pimpin'. We don't want that up in here. Definitely suspect. Yeah, exactly, Gamer was saying. The Tanzanian president didn't want it either. He's the one who used the test on the papaya and all that shit. And the papaya tested positive. And then now they're saying he died from the hokey pokey. I got friends moving to Tanzania that were trying to convince me to go. And I'm like, for what? You don't even have the, they don't even recognize your rights to keep and bear arms to the little bit, to the smallest degree in Tanzania. Why would I go to a country where they won't even allow me to pretend like I have the rights? You know what I'm saying? I know they're trying to take away our rights here to do it, but they're failing. So, you know, and plus, they're moving in on Africa. China is making a lot of moves in Africa right now. Who bankrolled that hit? Well, they're saying they were, I forgot what they said. They were, what country they were from. They caught the guys who were suspected of killing the Haitian president, who were trained by the U.S. military. That should tell you something. You know what I'm saying? So, to me, it sounds like the good old the corporation of the U.S. They probably bankrolled it, right? That's what I think. I don't know if you heard, but apparently, Trudeau said Canada is getting between 60 to 180 million booster shots through 2021 and 2024. They want you to get the jab every year. That's pretty much the bottom line to it. They don't want you to get the jab every year. Every year there's going to be a different variant that's going to be resistant. So you got to get booster shots. Come on, man. China wants to take Africa out because if Africa started making products, China will lose money. China makes everything we have. So it's not that China wants to take Africa out. They want to control Africa. They want to go into Africa and control the resources, right? So they're giving these loans out and, you know, developing these lands, investing. But they don't call it loaning, right? They call it investing to make it sound better, right? Really, it's a loan that they can't be repaid, right? So that's what China's doing. So I'm not gonna go to Africa. I think China's a lot worse than the United States government. Chinese tyranny is a lot worse than American tyranny. You know what I'm saying? Trust me, I know that. The U.S. has the best tyrannical government in the world. So this is the best tyrannical country, the best oppressive country that live in. Well, that's debatable. I say it's a toss-up between Sweden, the U.S., Iceland, Switzerland, those type of countries. They might have the best oppressive countries. But right now, oh my God, the United States has the best oppressive country because we have the right to keep and bear arms, and that actually keeps them from going full-blown tyrant. You know what I'm saying? But trust me, they're working on going full-blown tyrant. They're working on going full-blown tyrant right now. That's how they keep us as indentured slaves, loans from people who have stole from us. Exactly. You know? No, China's smarter. They don't want to wipe out Africans or wipe out, because they need the labor, right? They need the labor. China needs the labor. So they're not gonna, they need the labor, and they want to act like they're more noble and more generous than other countries. China's a piece of shit. You understand? What they're doing in the South China Sea and Taiwan and all these other, Malaysia, like China, they're spreading their empire far and wide. They're creating islands, God damn it. So to install military posts, you know what I'm saying? So they're making a lot of moves right now, along with Russia. Oh, hey, Deuce. I mean, we mad that Taliban took over Afghanistan in a week, but are we surprised? Are we surprised? What did we do in Afghanistan? What did we do to prevent that? Nothing. We went over there, spent trillions of dollars, killed countless people, you know what I'm saying? Sacrificed how many troops? For what? For what? What was that for? Only for us to leave.
I didn't see that coming. They did that really quick.
Only for us to leave and for it to be taken over again just like that. We didn't do shit. We didn't do shit but waste money and lives in Afghanistan. Got us a little bit of poppy, you know what I'm saying? Started the opioid crisis, you know, made that happen. And now we're just gonna leave them in the dust and tell them, hey, take care of that. Take care of the Taliban now. You're on your own. You know? All right. So that's all we did. We didn't really do shit in Afghanistan for anybody. We didn't spread democracy. We didn't free the people. We didn't do any of that. You know? That's it. That's the bottom line to it. Game of Stand says sperm levels are going down, so everyone loses. Only some places will survive. People that live off the land. I agree, Game of Stand. This is why I always preach that. That's why I always preach that. And that's what I'm working on. Like, I finally got my wife. She's finally fully convinced that it's time to do something different. So we're on our way. We're making moves, but we're being smart about it. We're really going to be smart about it. Oh yeah, I know that Game was saying they tried to take it down in 1993. Yep. With some car bombs. Yeah, sperm levels are going down all over the board, all across the board. But thankfully, I already got 6 kids. I got 6 kids. I did my part. That shit didn't stop me. So, you know, I contributed to society in the best way I knew how. By bringing more of my genetic offspring into the world. Love to hear people need to break away from the system and make their own pack. Absolutely, man. 3J. How long have I been at this? Oh, I'm making pretty good time. Yeah, I mean, those that get it will do it. Those that don't, well, they'll end up in stacking packs in the mega cities. You know? And see, it's not necessarily that they don't want to reduce the whole entire population. There's just enough to make it easy to control the people, right? It's easier to control 500 million people than it is to control 8 billion people. You know what I'm saying? And this illusion that we're overpopulated and all this other shit, they use that as an excuse to do certain things. You know, climate change, all that. It's 100-something degrees in Canada and all this. They want you to believe it's because of, you know, human-induced climate change. The climate changes no matter what, right? It goes through phases and systems. And it goes through phases and changes and all that shit. But, you know, what are you gonna do? So, try to tell people how low sperm levels, people don't want to hear it. They think they're a weirdo. Yeah, no. But that's real shit. People think you're a weirdo if you talk about land ownership. People think you're a weirdo if you talk about breaking away from the government system. People are a weirdo. People think you're a weirdo if you talk about things that eventually come to light. And then they're hitting you up like, oh man, you were telling us about this. I hear it all the time. Hear it all the time. It is what it is, man. Just do what you're supposed to do. Do your best. Do what's best for your family and for yourself. And I was saying about the overpopulation thing, which is bullshit because the United States is 95% rural open space. Now, not all of it is viable for, fertile land and all that shit, but come on, 95% rural open space. Jay with open eyes forward was good. Hip sad truth is most people not gonna realize we was being led off a cliff until we already falling off the MF. Well, you can't save everybody. That's what I'm realizing. Well, I've been realized that. You can't save everyone. I do my best to talk about certain shit on my channel, but y'all know my channel is heavily shadow banned and all that good stuff. I do what I can. What's up, Anarchy? I do what I can to spread the message of freedom, but that's all you can do. That's all I can do. I can't be concerned about how many people I'm convinced to want to be free. I did my part, and that's all I can do. As long as you do your part, you're good to go. Hell, you worrying about you and your family and buying that land and becoming self-sufficient, actually doing it, might convince more people to do it. That might be the ticket. That might be the way to go. And that's what I'm on right now. That's what I'm focused on. I'm focused on getting myself in a position to where I'm completely self-sufficient to a degree, because there'll always be the issue of eminent domain with the government and property tax and all that bullshit that they force down your throat. So, whew. Game with Sense says, Elon Musk said China will lose 700 million people in an interview, but he did not say why. But we all know why, low sperm count. Listen, sperm count is very important. So yeah, you might be on something there, man. It's definitely low across the board. Look at what we're doing to our bodies, man, in this society. We are irradiating our bodies with these devices, right? Our children, right, during the most crucial times of their lives, are irradiating their bodies with these tablets, making themselves, they're going through puberty and all that stuff, and they're having issues because of this irradiation. So, yeah, it makes sense. And the chemicals and all that. But it's not just the chemicals. It's the irradiation as well from these devices. So a lot of things combined that work together to create a pot of disaster. That's the reality. But man, Anyway. One more lap. Got one more lap in me after this. Anyway, what are y'all doing to get fit? I saw a video where someone put a wire around a cell phone and the wire lit up like it was going to burn. Interesting. Working 70 pounds at 35? You talking about my age? I'm actually 41. If that's what you're talking about. I'm 41 years old. Working with 70 pounds. Shit ain't no joke. Your walking game was saying that's good. Walking is good. Walking is a good form of cardio. It's better than sitting on the couch. That's for sure. It's important that we move. It's very important that we move. Frank goes hard. That's what's up, man. That's all I can do. It's important to move. It's important to train. It's important to do cardio because your heart is the most important muscle of the body. And if you take care of your heart will take care of you. You know what I'm saying? Your heart needs that exercise to be strong. You want a strong heart, you got to do exercise. You got to move. You know what I'm saying? Steady state cardio is probably the best form. You know, they try to tell you, hit this, hit that, HIIT. It's good for, extremely good athletes that are conditioned for that, right? But for the average everyday person, steady state cardio is the best way to go. Hell, even for athletes, elite athletes, you know what I'm saying? But I will say this, sprinting will help improve your distance running, but distance running won't improve your sprint. So, it just depends on how you look at it. Sprinting is a form of HIIT, right? But when you sprint, you want to go balls to the wall for however many yards. You know what I'm saying? You want to get your heart rate elevated. So, if you're doing HIIT, you want to do, it can't be like a specific set time that, because the HIIT that they tell you about now is like one size fits all HIIT, like 1 minute on, 30 minutes off, that type of shit. No. In order to do HIIT, you have to hit your maximum heart rate. Your maximum heart rate for a sustained period of time. Longer than 30 seconds. Or maybe even 30 seconds. But you have to hit your max heart rate. If you haven't hit your max heart rate for a sustained period of time, 30 seconds to a minute, then you're not doing HIIT. Because when you're done, you're not going to be resting for 30 seconds. You're going to need a lot longer time to rest in that. So, you know, you definitely will need a lot longer time than 30 seconds to rest after you do your high intensity interval at your max heart rate. You're talking about your maximum heart rate. You're talking about bordering on the danger zone, feeling like you're about to die. You know what I'm saying? So you might do a HIIT interval for a total of 1 minute and 30 seconds, because you got to get up to your max heart rate. You're not going to start off at your max. You might start off in your aerobic zone. You know what I'm saying? You might start off in your aerobic zone. You know, go into the more moderate zone, and then you hit your max. So it might take you longer than 1 minute to reach your, well, it might take longer than 30 seconds. It depends on, it depends on the person. You know what I'm saying? When I sprint, I reach my max heart rate in about 10 to 20 seconds. 10 to 20 seconds. That's longer than 100 meters. You know what I'm saying? So, well, no, it's not longer than 100 meters. I'm lying. So 100 meters, I reach my max heart rate in about 100 meters. You know what I'm saying? Which is about 15 to 20 seconds. So I'd have to sprint another 100 meters for that hit. You know what I'm saying? To get that hit in. So we're talking about almost 45 seconds of sprinting to actually perform a hit at my max heart rate to 1 minute of that total interval for it to actually be hit. And then I'm resting for like a minute or two, or even almost 3 seconds. I might even do some burpees during that time, do some burpees, add a little element to it. You know what I'm saying? And then I'm resting even longer. You know what I'm saying? So that's HIIT. Peace out, 3J. Game was saying says, I have asthma, so I can't run, but I can ride a bike. My lungs can't take the shake from the ground. Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, that's too bad, man. I don't even really run anymore. I sprint. To me, the best form of running that you can do is a sprint on like soft grass, right? Soft grass where it's not too hard on your joints. To me, that's the best form of running. Like that street running and all that shit, I don't do that. I don't run on the street, any of that type of shit. I'll ride my bike on the street. If I want some long distance cardio, I'll grab a bike. I'll grab my bike and ride my bike. You know what I'm saying? But I don't run long distance. It's not good. Unless you can find me a trail, I might get on a little dirt trail for a hike and maybe do a little running every now and then on that trail. But I'm not running long distance on the road. Can't do it. I mean, I can, but I don't want to. It's not worth it. Lance G was good. I'm out here rucking, man. Not really talking about much. Just a random conversation with y'all. I was talking about the monkeypox virus that somebody got in Dallas in Georgia. Monkeypox virus now. So we'll see what comes of that. But anyway, I gotta touch on Brandon Tatum real quick. Pause. And then I'll get out of here. That dude is so dishonest. Such a liar, man. Such a dishonest shill that it's ridiculous. He's a grifter, man. Like that last video he did on that Victoria's Secret situation was completely asinine, bro. Like, you can see the hypocrisy. You can see
my personality traits. It's not even,
what you can see who he's favoring in that video, man. Like, I don't know if y'all saw that video, but it's completely, I almost threw up at the level of dishonesty, man. I almost vomited at the level of pandering that he did to the white conservative base, right? Here you have this ridiculous woman in Victoria's Secret chasing around a woman, screaming at her, acting crazy, threatening her. Here you have her doing that. And then calling the police, saying that she was the one being attacked. And this woman is recording her to protect herself, right? To prove that she's not the actual antagonist. To prove that she's not the one making the threats, acting crazy, yelling and screaming, following people around. Here you have all this in evidence. Yet, this guy, the officer Tatum, Brandon Tatum, finds a way to blame the black woman, right? Because, he kept talking about how she's the black woman, even though he's always talking about race baiting. People are race baiting, bringing race into this and all this other shit. He's the one pointing out over and over that this woman is black and that she is antagonizing what he calls this lady. Won't even call her a white woman, right? But will call the black woman a black woman. Won't call the white woman a white woman. Saying, oh, well, she's crazy. The lady is clearly out of her mind, right? Where she was. Completely in the wrong, lying, being dramatic. But he's trying to paint a picture of this woman being like actually insane when she's clearly not. She's clearly being manipulative. Clearly being manipulative and lying and screaming and hooping and hollering and acting a damn fool. But he finds a way to place any level of blame on that black woman. Even goes as far as to say that she's racist because she pointed out that it was a white woman following her around and that she had white tears. This is the same guy who preaches at people and gets on people for playing a race card, right? When it's not even necessary. He was always the one talking about people playing a race card when there's no racism going on. This is the same guy, y'all. This is a guy with, what has he got? Over 2 million subscribers now? Over 2 million subscribers. Sitting up here pushing the narrative that this black woman is racist. Yo, and now all of a sudden, we're supposed to have a level of care and sympathy for people with mental illness. So this white woman, he sees as having a mental illness, right? To him, this white woman has a mental illness and she's supposed to be treated with kid gloves, right? Now, all of a sudden, you want to give a shit about people with mental illness? Now, all of a sudden, police are supposed to take care of people in a proper manner that have mental breakdowns? How many times has he said that it's not the police officer's job to be psychiatrists, to deal with, you know, people who have mental illnesses in a certain way? When there are encounters that police have with people that clearly have a mental disease, and we're talking about people that didn't actually call the police, right? Because this white woman actually called the police. People with mental illnesses don't typically do that. It's their relatives that care for them that do that, right? Right? So now, all of a sudden, the police are supposed to handle people with mental illnesses in a proper manner, in a manner in which is conducive and productive for that person with the mental illness. Like, clearly, the police know how to treat people that have certain things going on, right? Even though this white woman was full of shit, she was clearly full of shit, and I'm just gonna call her a white woman because she's white, and that's it. Not because she's, you know, not because I'm racist. It's because she's white, you know. And it was a black woman. The black woman was recording her. We're supposed to be mad at the black woman for recording this chick. We're supposed to be mad at the black woman. So now all of a sudden, recording people is a provocation, right? All of a sudden, recording people is an assault. It is it's an antagonization. So now you can antagonize people by filming them when it suits you, right? When it suits you. Well, we already know the police don't like to be filmed when they're committing their terrorism. We already know that. Oh, he has 1.6 million subs? Oh, okay. That's like 100 times what I got. Wait, no. 1,000 times what I got. Never mind. He has 1,000 times more subscribers than me. Almost exactly. I have 1.66 thousand. He has 1.66 million. Very interesting. I saw the video, only watched 10 seconds. The video 17. I hear you, Gaming Withstand. He basically, both are at fault, but we all know the black lady was innocent trying to record. Yeah, the black woman wasn't at fault at all. She was not at fault for anything. You can't say someone's at fault for recording something. That's bullshit. And laughing is not against the law. Laughing and recording people, even he said she was laughing, I didn't hear her laugh. Did y'all hear her laugh? I didn't hear her laugh. But all of a sudden, laughing and recording people, that's supposed to be an assault. Is that a law now? You can't laugh at people that are acting ridiculous. Tyrants Banks. Brandon Tatum looks like he smells puke up. He is nerve-wracking. The Karen is cray-cray, and she gets a nut check, and she is protected class. Of course she's in a protected class. The black lady was using evidence of an assault by, yeah, exactly. Hey, baby girl, look at my baby mama. You want some French toast from posting me? I love my wife. I don't know if that can happen. Can you place an order, babe? Call the order in? I don't know if I can just roll up in there and get French toast. Hey, give me some French toast. Okay, I'll let you know. Hey, y'all, baby, change your name. I don't want them knowing your real name. Y'all need to know my wife's name. That's my wife, y'all. She in the building. Bye, baby. Change your name. Change it to K-Bear. Black lady was just using evidence as an assault. Yeah, absolutely. I'm surprised my wife is up right now. She had a hard night of partying last night. Michael Swanson was good. I was supposed to go fishing today, but we all want toast, right? Yep. No, because we went to this place called Post and Beam last week for my mother-in-law's birthday, and they had this French toast. Oh my God. It was the best French toast I ever had in my life, man. It was really the sauce. The sauce did it, but even just the toast itself, it was perfect. It had the perfect texture. So I think I'm gonna have bars of that too. I deserve it after this Ruckin' Live I'm doing with this 70 pounds. But anyway, guys, yeah, so Brandon Tatum, man. When are y'all, listen, man, I know a lot of his people aren't gonna see the video, but man, when y'all gonna wake up to his BS, man? Y'all gotta start calling these people out. I saw a Twitter, or a twat. I saw a twat of Candace Owens. What did she say? She was talking about Anthony Frosty shouldn't just be fired, right? She was talking about Anthony Frosty shouldn't just be fired for the heinous acts he committed for this COVID-19. Oh, shit. Fuck me. Fuck. Oh. I said it. I said it, y'all. Y'all pray for my channel. Y'all pray for it. Pray for my channel. I said the C word. I said the C word. Anyway, so she was talking about how Anthony Frosty shouldn't just be fired for, you know, all the heinous bullshit that he put us through. Well, it wasn't just him. You can't just blame him, right? He had enablers. Donald Trump, the United States government as a whole. He's just a player. And apparently, he is the most highly paid player. He's the highest paid federal employee. Did y'all know that? Did you know Anthony Frosty is the highest paid federal employee? Shit's crazy, son. So she said that he shouldn't just be fired. I would tend to agree with her on that. But under the post I put, it was actually they posted her tweet on Facebook. And on that post I said, I wonder if Charlie Kirk wrote that. Just because I know that she doesn't actually believe in the shit that she says. Oh yeah, give him a stand. He makes more than the president, yeah, absolutely. He makes more than the president, for sure. If you're gonna look up Frosty, we have to lock up Trump too. But we know, oh yeah, we definitely need to, listen, let me tell y'all something. Every government employee needs to be locked up. Every single one, including the police. All these motherfuckers should be locked up. You know why? Because they violated 18 U.S. Code 242 all the time. Every day they violate 18 U.S. Code 241 and 18 U.S. Code 242 every day. They all need to be locked up. Well, you know, it might not be all of them, right? It might not be all of them, because there are actually politicians who pretend to fight for our freedoms. You know, like Marjorie Taylor Greene, who put out that the bill to get our gun rights back. You know, little shit like that. That's actually what she should be doing. If Marjorie Taylor Greene was really about that life, she would be calling for her colleagues to be locked up for treason and for violating 18 U.S. Code 242. If we had any real allies in government, they would be moving to have people locked up. And guess who they'd get to lock these people up? Not the federal police, right? Not federal law enforcement, not local law enforcement, not state law enforcement, but the people. She would be calling for the people to perform citizen arrest of damn near all the politicians. Every politician that introduces a bill, right, that would take our rights away, they would have to be locked up. Every cop that pulls you over for some bullshit will get locked up. Every cop that arrests you for, let's say, selling drugs or buying drugs, they will be placed under arrest, and they could face life in prison or execution. Yes, because despite what the law says, you have the right to buy drugs and you have the right to sell drugs. Sounds crazy, right? And I'm not a drug addict. I don't believe in doing drugs. I don't think people should do drugs. I think drugs are dangerous. I think crack is dangerous. I think heroin is dangerous. I think cocaine is bad for you. But it's not my right. I don't have a right to tell people they can't do it. I don't have a right to tell people they can't snort cocaine. I don't have a right to tell people they can't shoot up heroin. I don't have that right. It's no one's right to do that. I don't have the right to tell people that they can't sell drugs. I don't have that right. No one has that right. And they can't be given that power, right? People want to say, oh, well, you give your politicians the power, this, that, and the third. No, you don't. You don't give them shit because you don't have the power in the first place. You can't give people something you don't have, right? You can't give someone else the power, right? You can't give someone else power over another person because you don't have that in the first place. I don't care how many times you vote. I don't care about the majority vote. None of that. The majority does not have the right to dictate who has the power over the minority. Tell me how they do. How does me and two other people, right? Let's say there's 4 people, right? We either want to go snowboarding or skiing, right? Hold on. We either want to go snowboarding or skiing, right? Well, one guy wants to go snowboarding, and the other 3 want to go skiing. You can't force the guy that wants to go snowboarding to go skiing because the 3 of you want to go skiing. No, he can go what? He can go off by himself and snowboard, right? And those 3 people that want to ski, they can go fucking ski. They don't have the right to tell the snowboarder to come skiing or to force that snowboarder by gunpoint to go skiing, right? And I like using drugs as an example because it's the perfect example, right? It really hits it home because either you have the right to tell somebody what they can and can't do with their body, or you don't, right? Now, when does it become a problem? Well, when you try to sell drugs to children, that's a different story. They're under the of an adult that does have legitimate authority over them. And that is the only legitimate authority. And that legitimate authority needs to be there because that child is still developing. They're still learning. They're still impressionable. They still have to go through life. They still need guidance. So, that's the only legitimate authority, right? So no, you don't have the right. That's when I say, okay, you're doing too much when you sell drugs to kids, or when you do anything with kids that they shouldn't be doing, including the type of shit Minor Mouse does to kids. So, that's the bottom line to it. See, I don't know why conservatives online talking about if you defund the police, the government will federalize them to commit tyranny, like they're not doing that now and at the state and the local level. Yeah, exactly. It's ridiculous. It's stupid. If there gets federalizing the police, they should be against the police in the first place, right? How you gonna be against federal police before local police? As a matter of fact, local and state police, they commit more tyranny than the federal police, than the feds. They're in your face every day committing tyranny. When these red flag laws go up, and they want to come take your shit, when they want to come take your weapons, because they initiated a red flag law against you, and they had an ex parte hearing without you present, so you can't face your accuser and you can't defend yourself, and they come take your shit, guess who's doing that? These people are full of shit. They're full of shit. They feel like supporting the police is going to keep their bread buttered. That's all it is to it. They know how their bread is buttered. Point blank and period. That's all they care about. I'm convinced at this point, especially after that last Brandon Tatum video. For him, he knows how his bread is buttered. He knows that if he pisses off his white conservative base, he'll lose a shitload of followers and a shitload of income. And he doesn't want to jeopardize that. That's the bottom line to it. He knew there was some white folks out there that wanted to make it look like the black woman was wrong for recording herself being harassed by a lady who was wildly out of pocket. He wants to convince you that she's wrong too. Knowing damn well, and he knows it, he knows she's not wrong. But here he goes, telling you what you want to hear. And guess what? His base, they know he's wrong too. But guess what? They know he's a talking piece for them. They know he's a talking piece. And the bottom line is, he ain't gonna lose that. He gotta keep that bread buttered, baby. You gotta keep that bread buttered, baby. You feel me? Bottom line. His meteoric rise was not due to integrity. And even when he tried to sprinkle some integrity in there, he completely backtracks and just flubs it. You know what I mean? He's full of shit. He is full of shit. You know, the amazing Lucas. Yeah, I can't believe it's not butter. Yeah. The amazing Lucas went live last night and shit. Was on there for like almost 8 hours. I get up this morning and he has a panel of some guys in there on StreamYard. And they were talking about some shit that I was very interested in. So I was like, you know what? Let me try to get in there and see if I get on this panel. Right, because he was like, anybody can come on the panel, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, he wasn't letting my black ass on there. The amazing Lucas was not trying to let me on this panel. I thought that was pretty funny. It was right before I actually went live with you guys. I was rucking. I had already been rucking for a couple times. I already did a couple laps. But, yeah, he wasn't fucking with me. He saw me backstage and was like, oh, hell no, I ain't letting that dude on. He probably thought I was going to try to go off on him for threatening my kids. But, you know what? I'm over that. I was just interested in the topic that he was covering. I was interested in the shit that they were saying in the panel. And I wanted to put my 2 cents in. But, you know, like I said, I'm over him threatening my children. Because obviously, and threatening me, obviously he wasn't going to carry through with it. Because I gave him ample opportunity, week after week. Told him where I was going to be. You know what I'm saying? Told him that we can use the gloves. You know what I'm saying? So that he ain't got to worry about me setting him up or going to jail, all this stupid shit he tried to make an excuse for. Yeah. Even though I'm over it, we still got to fight when I see him. I'm over it. I'm not angry about it anymore, but I still have to fight him if I see him. That's all. Still got to be a fight because I can't let that shit go. You can call it ego and pride, but when someone threatens your children, not only threaten your children, but sit up here, you know you live in the same city as the dude you're threatening and his children. But then you gonna sit up there and say, I know where you do your live streams, blah, blah, blah. So that lets me know, okay, so you can pop up and go on the attack at any time. And you're talking about doing it to my children. So whether you meant it or not, whether you got over it or not, even if I'm over it or not, we still got to fight. Mouse bragging about ticket profits. Ticket profits for what? Yeah, I saw that 25,000 in ticket sales. I mean, this is this thing. $25,000 does not necessarily mean profit. 25,000 in ticket sales. That money has to be split up. So he's not getting the whole $25,000, if that's even true, because he's a known, proven liar. Mouse is a proven liar. Like, believing what he says is like believing what the devil says. Hell, he might be the devil incarnate. Hell, he's worse than the devil. Period. Dude's a retrograde troglodyte. That's what he is. A mouth-breathing troglodyte. James Miller says, what's crazy is Lucas be speaking facts, but gets emotional about it at the same time. Definitely. Well, you know, he definitely got emotional with me when he did all that. You know what I'm saying? He didn't have an argument. So he decided to attack my children and to attack me. So that's how you know people don't have any substance or don't have something to stand on when they're arguing against you. And it wasn't even me. We didn't even have a real disagreement. That's the funny thing. I just told him, you know, I made a statement in a super chat. He thought I was referring to him, which I could have been. I didn't give a shit because I was just making a general statement. And that's how it started. He went off on me then. And all I said was, you should keep the energy on this live stream you will keep in person. Like, if you saw me in person, would you go off like that? And so he decided to ramp up the idiocy and, you know, act like a little fucking baby. So that's what happened. He started threatening my children, my wife. You know, I know where you do your live streams. And then when I said, okay, well, come up here then. I told him, I was like, okay, I'll be at the stairs this day, that day, and this day. Come on up here. Come on up here. You know? And then he says, oh, what do you think, I'm stupid? I'm gonna go where you tell me to go? You're the dumbass who said that you would go where I do my live streams and attack me. You fucking idiot. So yeah. So that's how that started. Here's a troglodyte. See, I wouldn't give Mouse the courtesy of a fight that I would give, you know, the Amazing Lucas. Amazing Lucas still has some, you know, potential for growth and potential for maturing and all that other shit and learning from what he did. You know, I don't know if he's ever been a child molester, but no way I'm giving a child molester a head up fade. You know, with the gloves on, without the gloves on. But I'll definitely square up with Lucas. If I saw, you know, Lucas out in the streets, you know what I'm saying? I'd probably have to bomb first, you know what I'm saying? Because, you know, it ain't gonna be no talking. You already made that threat. You already put it out there. There's nothing for us to talk about unless you know, contact me and we have a conversation. But until then, if I see you in the street, yeah, I'm probably gonna bomb first. That's just what it is. Kimberly Rose says, I don't care how much he makes, he's trash. Everyone or anyone that follows, supports Christopher Mouse should be silenced. Respect is for all victims. Their pain is real. Yeah, no shit. And that's what I was saying. That dude, Prince Allah, he has openly given himself over to the Mighty Mouse gang. You understand? To the Minor Mouse gang. And so he is definitely on high on the list of people that are going to suffer greatly, karma-wise, for fucking with that dude. And they know what's up. Bottom line. Yeah. I don't know if it was the same day, old head Deuce, but I think it was a couple days after. But anyway, I gotta get out of here, guys. Gotta get off of here. I got some things to do. But it's been great talking to you guys. Much love. Like, share, subscribe if you feel the need or the want. And I'll talk to you later. All right, much love. Peace out.